Hi guys, me again. So I'm just having a quick sort out of my prepping pantry. This used to be my hot water tank cupboard, and when I got a new boiler they took the old hot water tank out, and so I've used this now as my prepping pantry. So yeah, I was just having a sort out and I thought, well, it's nice and tidy which isn't very often. I will show you what I've got and what I store in it. Okay, so let me show you what I've got. Down here I've got some powdered milk and some crackers, bag of sugar, and this is like all my dried fruit. Here I've got teas and coffees. I've got a couple of tins of corned beef and a tin of mackerel there. This is all my jams, sauces, condiments, pickles. I've got sliced gherkins, honey, bits and bobs like that. Then on this shelf it's mainly rice, pasta, noodles. I've got a couple of jars here. One is sun-dried tomatoes, one's grilled peppers, but here I've got loads of spaghetti pasta. At the back I've got two big 3-kilogram bags of pasta. One is penne and one is twisty pasta. I've got a random bag of microwave rice here because it's always handy. Giant couscous, noodles. These are rice noodles and just normal noodles, more rice noodles. Here, this is a box of bagged rice, boil in the bag rice, and then I've just got bags of normal long grain rice, pot of dried mashed potato. I bought a couple of them because I thought they'd be really handy for my son. He loves mashed potato, but he really doesn't like it. So I will find something to do with that last tin, maybe thicken up a soup or something. Here I've got 2 boxes of corn flour, and behind I've got some lasagna sheets and some pasta in sauces. I think most of them are chicken and mushroom, and there's one tomato and herb. My son's not that keen on them, so they're just mainly for me. And then I've got some bags of oats at the back there. On this top shelf I have got, in the corner I've got loads of soups, and then I've got tins of beans, spaghetti and beans with sausages. I've got tins of tomatoes. I've had, you know, I like to stock rotate, so I know to use the stuff at the front first. Then I've got a few tins of sweet corn, loads of tins of these new potatoes, tins of mushy peas, garden peas and sliced carrots. This is like all my veg. Then here I've got some tinned fruit, which I haven't got loads of, but I've got some. So I've got a couple of tins of pineapple pieces, mandarin oranges, peach slices. I've got a tin of coconut milk. Then I've got some condensed milk and a jar of custard. I haven't got any evaporated milk. The last time I tried to order it, they didn't send it. It was out of stock and they didn't substitute it. And then usually I have a few jars of sauces up here. These are just curry sauce. So I also have this shelf in my kitchen. So on the top shelf up here, I have got my plastic bowls and stuff for cooking. But here I have some twisty pasta. I've got some spaghetti pasta in this pot. I got this from B&M, and I can't remember if it's £2 or £3, and it holds like 4 packets of the spaghetti pasta. It holds loads. I've got a little pot jar here that I keep my garlic in from the allotment. I've got a metal tin here with a lid, and that has corn flour in it at the moment. This is the oil that I've got, but I haven't opened, olive oil, and I've just got like empty jars and stuff. I've got some more spaghetti pasta, and I've got some pasta sheets there for lasagna as well. Down here I've got like lots of grains and things like that. I have got giant couscous, I've got my dried mushrooms, I've got rice pudding rice, buckwheat, quinoa, black beans, chamomile that I grew in the allotment and dried. I've got some couscous here, just normal couscous. I've got my green lentils, white beans that I dried in the allotment. I grew them in the allotment. They're like a runner bean, but they're a really good butter bean, like a butter bean. These are a substitute for a butter bean. They're actually a white runner bean, but they're great. Here I've got some barley. These are dried runner beans. Here I've got a mixture of beans that I dried. Most of these are my favourite bean, which is pea bean. Gorgeous. I've got some more couscous there. I've got some basmati rice with wild rice. I've got black rice. I've got red rice. A few more green lentils there. Right on the bottom here I have got my shallots and onions in this big basket. This is just a wooden box here that I store some produce in sometimes. I've got 2 cartons of passata and a jar of passata in there. And in the corner here, this is all my flour. I just store it like that. I don't store it in anything. I just leave it in the paper bags and tie the tops. This is my fruit and veg basket. So this is oranges and apples. These are my butternut squash. I think there's a potato squash in there as well that I grew on the allotment. And then in the bottom here I've got sweet potato. This is my camping stove, and this is all the washing powder and stuff for my cleaning business. Okay guys, so this is my food cupboard, my main food cupboard. I usually stand here and film my videos. My kettle and everything is above this. So when I'm in the kitchen, I'm stood in front of this cupboard. And this is a cupboard that I use, or we use, every single day. So let me show you what I've got in here. So on the top here I have dried fruit. I've got dried raisins. In the one behind it I have marshmallows, because that's something we use a lot of, and I buy them in big bags. So once I open them I put them in these like plastic storage containers that I got from B&M, and they last a lot longer in there. This is a little pot here that I've collected from like I think that says Costa Coffee and McDonald's and stuff. So these are sugars and salt and peppers. I tend to take that with me on a camping trip, but over the winter, because we don't go, I bring them in here and I start to use them, and then I refill them as I go along. I have a bag of sliced almonds because I had the raisins and the sliced almonds on my oats. I have a big bag of sushi rice there. My son wanted to try sushi rice, wanted to try sushi, so we got that to make sushi. That's my plug for the cooker. What have I got here? I've got some icing sugar, stock cubes, and in here I've got like wheat, chickpeas. These are all dried, and there's some grains, and I put these on a salad. In this box here I have all my packets of dried marinades, so lots of different ones, Chinese ones, barbecue, chicken korma, loads in there. I also have some instant custard, batter mix, I've got some jellies, I've got these little orange sweet things that I got, oh my gosh, about a year ago, but they're still fine. Then this side I have all of my noodles, rice, pasta, quinoa, couscous that needs using first. So everything that needs using first comes into this cupboard, and then when I use it I restock it from my prepping pantry behind me. And I know I use this cupboard every day, but I class this as part of my prepping pantry as well. So I've got like instant noodles, giant couscous, I've got this mushroom tortellini, pasta in sauces, quinoa, spaghetti pasta, twisty pasta, that's gluten-free pasta in the corner there. Sorry, this cupboard is a bit messy. I don't care, it's an organised mess, I know where everything is. So down here I have like all my tinned fruit and like puddingy things, sweet things. So tinned fruit, I've got peaches, mandarin, I've got peach halves at the back there, I've got mango slices, I've got a tin of rice pudding, I've got these dried cranberries. Then I go on to my tins, tinned carrots, tinned peas, I've got tinned chickpeas. Then these tins here are meat mainly, tins of soup. One's a red lentil soup and one's oxtail soup. And so I've got jars of chicken in white wine sauce. I've got an Irish stew and I've got a chicken korma at the back there. Then at the front here I have got a tin of spam. I've got chopped pork. I think I actually got these in a tombola from my son's school. I've got a Frey Bentos steak and kidney pie, a couple of tins of mackerel, one's in a korma sauce, one's plain. I love to do a mackerel pate with this. I've got chicken and ham paste and beef paste. Oh, I love these on crackers. Then right at the back here I've got barbecue sauce and I've got a couple of jars of, I think it's marmalade, yeah, marmalade, and I've got a jar of whole grain mustard there. Jars of sauces, I have got a creamy pasta bake. I know I've got a few curry ones then at the back. There's also a gluten-free curry one. Here I've got porridge oats, the lady fingers because I never used them in the trifle. I've got lots of dried fruit there, so more cranberries, more sultanas, and then underneath there I've got some semolina. At the front here I've just got odd bits and bobs. Fortune cookies, brunch oat bar, flapjack, alpen, and these stuff were left in the Airbnb. They're just random bits that people left, and because they're not open I bring them home. And of course I've got my big tub of all-purpose seasoning. This side I've got 2 cartons of passata sauce. I've got loads of gravy because that's gone stupidly expensive, so I've got some gravy. And here then I've just got a load of nuts and seeds, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds and walnuts to go in my stuffing. I've got a big jar of hot dog sausages there. Then here I've got some hot chocolate, those coffee pods that I got ages and ages ago, and I've also got these marshmallow toppers, polar bear ones, to go in my son's hot chocolate. We got these for Christmas. Then my son absolutely loves these waffles, so my dad bought him some for Christmas, got 2 packets, and I've seen some online, they're really famous ones, and they're like dipped in chocolate, so I thought, oh, that's great, that's something we can do with them, just to jazz them up a bit of an activity. Usually as well I've got some kind of cooking chocolate in here as well, but I don't think I have at the moment, but I like to keep a bar or 2 of cheap cooking chocolate in there. I've got that Christmas pudding for my dad there. Then in the back here I've got more passion sauce, I've got loads of these ramen noodles, I've got a box of corn flour, 2 boxes of sage and onion stuffing, and some soya mince. I've also got some pancake mix as well, you just add water, I think. It's good to go, so that's quite handy to have. So guys, those are what I call my prepping pantries, and I think I mentioned in the last video about me getting prepping pantry envy, and that is why, because that is all I have. But that is my prepping pantry, and I know this can feed us, and that is what I do to beat my food anxiety. I have got my chest freezer as well. I've got my little fridge freezer here. Oh yeah, and I've got all my dried stuff on my shelves there. So start small, like I did. I just bought some rice and pasta to start off with. Up here, I have got, this is just a mess, but it's an organised mess again. I have got all my drinking stuff, coffee, hot chocolate, And then I've got herbs and spices. This is another thing that I have built up. I've got a lot of herbs in the allotment. Thyme, rosemary, chives, sage. I grew coriander, dill, things like that in the summer. But yeah, I've got a whole cupboard up here of them. And I would just buy one every week. This is what I started with. A little tub of mixed herbs, not this one. That's what I started with. So if that's all you can afford, just start with that. It's something, it can turn a really simple bland meal into something lovely. I've got like soy sauce, dried onions, oh yeah, loads. Salt is another one to have, pepper. Then on the top I've got things like vanilla essence and chocolate sprinkles and cupcake holder cases. I've got some vinegar. Yeah, so I started small. This is garlic powder, and I made that from the garlic at my allotment. I dried it and ground it up. So I've got that. Jerk rub here that I made because I really like jerk chicken in the summer with pineapple, grilled pineapple on the barbecue or on my fire pit. Gorgeous. But I wasn't paying a ridiculous price for jerk seasoning from the supermarkets, and it was a little bit too hot as well, so I can control how hot this is because I'm a wimp when it comes to heat. I make my own jerk rub. If you have just a few herbs and spices and go online and look, you can make all sorts of different marinades and rubs to go on your food to spice it up a bit. So that is what is in my cupboards, guys. So start small, don't panic, you've got this, you can do this, and it's helping me loads, so I hope it helps you guys as well. So take care. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.